walks by slow, sunlight on his face. Mr. Bill goes live, steady pace. Listen close, then he cracks a grin. 1 minute all brave, then he laughs again. Got a hard truth and a funny line, same old shit, same frame. He leans in here like he knows your name, and the room goes still when the story changes. It's hard like he's heard this before, but he smiles through it when the comments roll. Half the chat is just to watch him. He walks by slow like he owns that lane. Little truth with a wink of pain. Got a hard truth and a funny line, same old shit, same frame every time. He leans in here like he knows your name, and then the room goes still when the story changes. It doesn't fold away. He keeps that calm and a wild-ass day. One eye on the world, one hand on the thread. Says we made it, then he shakes his head. Mr. Phil, Mr.
Okay. Hold your horses. Hopefully you guys are all doing good. Hopefully people are behaving half the time anyway. Thanks for popping in, guys and girls. And if you're identifying as something else, that's on you, not me. Hopefully you're doing good. I know I should be wearing a hat. I don't look good without my hat on. My bad. Let me just share it out to one more place or two here. Hold your horses. Or whatever it is you guys like to hold there. Let's go. No, not that button. This button here. Another button I wanted here. Hit the right buttons all the time. Creator Studio is over here. Bookmarks is over there. See what Tommy Robinson's been up to, or the people that don't like Tommy Robinson anyway. Antifa destroy an AFD stand in Germany. Call themselves anti-fascist, yet don't want anyone voting anyway but theirs. Far left terrorists is what they are.
Heute das erste Mal nach 10 Jahren an unseren Infostand hier in Göttingen. Wie ihr aber sehen könnt, man sieht ja, für was für eine Vielfältigkeit sie sind.
The police had to show up to stop the anti-fascists from being fascist. Just as bad over there, huh? Anyway, let's see what Kevin Dahlgren was talking about in Portland here while I do some other stuff.
Hey, Sydney, would you mind briefly sharing kind of what made you think about building this house? I'm fascinated.
I thought that living in a tent and then living in a house, the difference was like a little bit of the comfortabilities that we have, that we wake up every morning and go out to get a job, like with less red flags, firing off. And I said, you build a small little house. I can wake up every morning, just like everyone else, eat breakfast like everyone else, not cramped like everyone else, and then go out and try to get a job. I'll probably seem like everyone else.
And how long have you been building this house for?
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, 2 years.
I love this. I was inside. That's amazing. Is that going to be a bedroom too?
Just a loft.
Loft?
Yeah, I wanted to make I wanted some kind of a angle on the roof instead of a flat roof, and that's what I decided to do. Flat, it seems like it kind of droops in.
Well, this is amazing. Thanks for sharing. This is a 2-story house being built on a hill near a freeway in Portland, Oregon. We've got a porch here. This is going to be a loft. Come around the side here. We got a working fireplace. Right over here, he's building a room that's going to have a view of the river. Come around here. It's an oddly shaped house. There's multiple windows. I've been inside. That's one of the bedrooms. And then there's a better view of the loft. Wow. Explain to me your beliefs about, let me see, Jesus and death.
Yeah, I believe, like,
Steve, how you doing? Nice to see
you
you.
ever heard of a serial killer?
Yes.
Well, if there's someone that mean, there has to be someone that good. Yeah. Some of the Mother Mary and all the.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, the fascists of the future, like these leftists out there, will call themselves anti-fascists now, but say then later on, they'll be okay with being called fascists because there'll be nobody to oppose them, right?
The women that we look up to, if there's someone that nice, there has to be someone that mean.
They'll consider fascists to be a
I'm
good
pretty sure
thing.
you're this guy. You're the nice
I
one.
live in his footsteps. I try to live, by his teachings, but not necessarily as he did.
Interesting guy there, the Sweeney guy. It's good. This was in Britain here. I guess the Pride Parade or whatever. That I guess they've confirmed it was a Muslim guy that either accidentally or purposely went into the parade thing or whatever. Here's what the organizers had to say: that they don't want to make it political. I'm curious if they would want to make it political if it was a white Christian or something like that did it, but we'll see.
As the CSD organizers in Berlin, we are distraught about what happened yesterday. Our thoughts are with the victims, their loved ones, and everybody who has been affected by this terrible event. We would like to offer our thanks to all volunteers and guests who wanted to demonstrate peacefully with us. Many of these people suffered much emotional stress yesterday. What they experienced will have long-lasting effects. We are trying to offer emotional support, psychological support. This is needed for our team as well. I'm grateful to my team. Thank you. We are grateful to all people who assisted, all first responders. Our mayor has rightly praised the collaboration with the police. Quick.
The guy on the right over here, look at his mustache. I mean, he's interesting on that one there. Most of his hair is kind of in the same place another German is known for having hair, right in that little area right there. Interesting.
Professional response
But he's an anti-fascist, right?
was decisive in this context. We are also grateful to the Fire Brigade, Berlin Senate, all authorities who have been involved in this collaboration. The CSD organization in Berlin.
Exactly, the whole thing from their phone. You think, just like, here's the the thing you want to talk about. Here's the next thing you want to talk about, little notes or something like that. And you should kind of already have in your mind, what those little notes are referring to.
Stands for solidarity, respect, coexistence. A city open to the world was on the street yesterday. What we need.
Were they open to straight people giving their opinions on things? I'm not sure if the Pride people in Berlin are open to straight people sharing their opinions, Christian straight people sharing their opinions of what they were saying.
Now, we believe, is to take a measured approach to support everyone affected. We will not get involved with any speculation. We will wait for the result of the police investigation.
I think by this time they had already known that it was a Muslim person, right? But I'm not sure if they knew that it was whether by accident or on purpose that he drove through their parade. Maybe he didn't know what side of the road to go on or something. I don't know.
Our basic approach has not changed. We reject all forms of violence. Ideologies, be they religious or other extremists, are trying to suppress people. We do not want this deed to be instrumentalized for political ends. We don't want any groups to be placed under suspicion for this. People are trying to divide our society and set some people against others. As the CSD in Berlin, we will not.
How about the person that did it? Was he trying to divide society? You might want to call out at least the person and what ideology they may have had towards you, why they did the violent thing.
Allow this.
It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be with that one there. Anyway, what was this about here? The Democrat who harassed two Charlie Kirk supporters before celebrating Kirk's unaliving at a farmer's market in Issaquah, Washington, has been identified as Kelsey Balin, a school nurse at Eastlake High School.
Being able to serve it.
Oh my God, thank God he's dead. Bye.
Well, I did see this video before.
Wow.
You say a school nurse in a high school?
What country do you think this came from? Mexico.
Thank you so much.
She's in a free country being able to serve it. If you hate it here so much, go somewhere else.
I hate you.
Oh.
I hate you.
But I thought you're supposed to be so loving and kind.
Sometimes it's really so easy to point out their hypocrisy when they do stuff like this. Like, we love and everything, love, peace, joy. They'll even have signs all over their thing out there. But somebody has a different opinion than them politically. Like, no, I don't love you. I don't love you. You support Charlie Kirk. No, I don't love you. Like, what the heck?
You're. Oh no, I'm not tolerant. I'm just as tolerant as you are. Bitch.
And calling somebody a name. Did she call somebody a name?
Apparently not.
Wow.
I'm guessing the person taking the video is tolerant of people. Maybe not tolerant of everybody's ideas and principles, but of the people themselves. I would imagine most right-wingers are like, yeah, you be you. I'm not going to get in your way, as long as you're... People don't understand. You cannot like somebody's beliefs, but still respect the person.
You're so nice.
No, I'm not. I'm a bitch. I'm a bitch.
Wow.
You need Jesus.
Yeah. Jesus ate my fucking snapshot.
You need Jesus. You, one day,
Yes, baby, work it. You look so good, my love. You look amazing. Much better than the maggots over here.
Oh, and that's the... I'm not sure if she's the nurse or the person next to the camera is the nurse, but calling dehumanizing language to people is not exactly nurse-like behavior.
So good.
Why is your man all about me?
No,
That's
truly.
so embarrassing.
Why is he in the Mexican bakery is what I want to know.
Assuming people that are Republicans or MAGA don't like Mexican food or something. All these people.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
she has
Thank
to say
you.
thank you because she is serving everyone. So
Charlie Kirk.
Yes, as you're supposed to. You should, just like Republicans would serve most everyone, you know, at that point there.
oh my God! Thank God he's dead. Bye.
Wow.
It's crazy. I don't advocate for harassing the school or anything like that, but I don't think that person should be, if they're still acting like that, should be around children that might have a MAGA hat on, you know? What was this guy? I don't want to watch a long video. What's it about? Ever seen an interview with former Republican Chairman Michael Steele from the Make Europe Great Again event in Romania 2023? Here to think how far the TDS has taken him and so many others. We are fighting a global communist. This is in 2023. This is the guy that couldn't raise up enough money in 2016. I know he had some issue or whatever why he got fired.
Are you concerned about that for 2024?
Yes, I am. I want to see Republicans win the Senate, hold the House. I just think the presidency is going to be off the table. But that's just my view. Voters get to decide.
The polls say President Trump's leading. I don't trust polls anymore. I don't trust elections anymore, honestly.
I trust elections. I don't trust polling.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So even with the vote by mail, everything you've seen, no evidence of
Let
it.
me ask you, how do you think we won in 2010? How do you think we won in 2010? How do you think I win 63 House seats? How do you think I get senior citizens to vote who can't leave their homes or leave their facilities? Vote by mail. So can we stop with the BS lies about vote by mail? Because now all of a sudden Republicans are going back and saying, oh, we got to do vote by mail. Really? I thought it was so bad. You recognize how you kneecapped yourself in 2020. Stop it, all right? We put together strategies in 2010 that involved all the avenues to get voters to vote. Early voting, vote by mail, etc. So
You're not understanding his question, Mr. Steele. Yes, if those are the only things that are available to you, then yeah, do what you can do. But he's saying when you allow your ballot to go through multiple hands, it's less reliable than it only going through one hand to count it. Do you understand this?
and I even said this a number of times to Trump people, tell him to stop saying that because you're going to basically tell your voters not to vote. And guess what happened? They didn't vote and you lose. So let's be honest about
So did he lose in 2024? No, I don't think so.
what we're doing here and stop demagoguing and demonizing the system that has won elections for everybody. If this last election
In Oregon, it hasn't won a Republican gubernatorial election in 40 years since they started doing it.
was so corrupt, how come I don't hear the Republicans who won down ballot complaining about their win? Or complaining about their loss, for that matter?
Well, you do. I mean, Kerry Lake, you hear some of those.
My vote.
That's tough, man. All right. Well, that was interesting. So that's Chairman Michael Steele. I appreciate him giving me the time, but basically giving the talking points of MSNBC, CNN, New York Times, then it's no wonder he's working on MSNBC. I mean, but you come to the Make Europe Great Again event, an event that is basically designed to uplift and re-elect President Trump and re-elect MAGA candidates. And you end it by saying Trump wants to be a dictator, when in reality, you're supporting organizations and people that are actually doing that. Communist leftists in America.
Well said, well said. Federal judge strikes down Illinois sanctuary policy granting illegal immigrants in-state tuition, financial aid. Hopefully, I'm guessing that one's probably going to go to the Supreme Court eventually there. Having all the money going to state tuition and things like that. Multiple states are doing that, Oregon included, I believe, too. California, I know it is. But that would be a good way to kind of have people stop giving their money out there to these to illegal aliens that have an incentive, like, oh, we're going to give you free college or whatever if you cut in line, but now if they say, nope, if you're going to stay here, you're going to have to pay the same price as everybody else that has out-of-state tuition, country tuition. What's going on here? I know. I should have had a poll today. Sorry about that. No poll today. Hopefully you guys are doing good. Nice to see you unscripted. Let's watching some of your stream earlier. Good job. Let's see what else we got here. Been working here. What do we got here?
We are at
Berkeley. Oh, that's he was at Berkeley back in the day.
At the pro-Trump rally in Berkeley. I'm here with Jaden. How you doing, brother? What are you out here for?
I'm here to Trump. Could you just tell us a little about what happened here?
So I went out to have a conversation, had my Make America Great hat and my Trump flag and my Stop Liberal Intolerance.
He gives some of his story is he was at that event or whatever, and then he got attacked. But I never saw him get attacked in Berkeley. I know it was crazy that time of year. The situation.
I disagree whether or not he's honest. I think he says what comes there. There goes a punk who stole my hat. Right. So we got these thieves over here. I'm gonna go try and find this guy. You don't want me to get my hat back?
First attack.
Guys, these are the fascists here that call the right the fascists. They steal your hat.
Berkeley, the place that started classic liberalism. Look what they turned into.
Stop stealing. Watch yourself. Yeah, that's what you get. You get punched in the face by cowards.
Oh, we get batted right in the temple there.
You get hit in the head by cowards.
No, it's not.
You hit people in the back of their head when they're not looking. You guys are cowards. What's that? Well, it doesn't justify it, does it? Does it justify it? Is this justified? Is this what the left believes in? It's justified. This guy, is this justified?
Was BCP at this event? I think he was.
Look at this. That's what you do.
All right, check it out.
Hit me in the head with a stick from behind. You guys are cowards.
Tolerant left.
You guys are cowards. Hey, back up. This motherfucker keeps hitting people in the head with sticks.
You don't have the best bodyguard right there. He's like twice your age there, Ben.
Yeah. You're a f***ing coward. I got your face. You're the Nazis. That's what you get, guys. This is what you get.
Stitches.
This is what liberal tolerance does to you right there.
Ooh, that was a gash.
Hey, Dad. Yeah, I'm good. But that's liberal tolerance for you. These guys are out there, saying that Trump's a fascist, and this is what they do. They come from behind, hit you in the head with a stick, and then hit you.
Show in their mouth. Your mouth.
That's okay. Anyways, just want to let you guys know I'm all good. Went back into the crowd.
Hey, Dookie, how you doing? Nice to see you. Hopefully you guys are doing good. Just thought I'd do a little bit of a news show in the afternoon here.
And got some video with some of the guys out here standing up to them. Bottom line is it's time to stand up to this nonsense. Whoever you are, wherever you're at across this country, it's time to stand up. These guys are cowards. They try to intimidate people, but we're not going to be intimidated. I don't stand for everything Trump stands for, but I stand for truth, and I stand for liberty, and I stand for freedom, and I stand with the people that fought for this country to make us safe.
I thought that was an interesting video. No, this is the same thing as before that person. Okay, never mind. Crash out liberals.
On. So
Colorado Governor Jared Polis defended the state's policy of offering in-state tuition to undocumented students. Okay, this is related to that other thing we just saw earlier.
I know where you stand on all of this, but I'm wondering, do you understand, what do you say to people who, federal taxpayers pay?
I was wondering what he was doing. I saw him driving around Dante and things like that. I wasn't sure if he was going to a protest or not, but court on Sunday or something like that. Is that what's going on? I don't think he's live right now, but I thought he was just kind of trying to look for a protest. He's not live right now, but what's the name of his live? It hasn't uploaded yet or something, but that is interesting. Pretend Media is down there at some Pride. Maybe it's partly Pride, probably just a farmer's market thing or whatever. I don't care to watch that. Nothing else much going on, so I appreciate you guys all hanging out with me. OMDG's also got something going.
Tens and hundreds of billions of dollars every year that go to universities. And if you're an out-of-state student, you wind up getting less preferential treatment than an illegal alien in your state who gets in-state tuition at the fine universities in Colorado. Do you understand why people...
Colorado only has one fine university. It's called the Air Force Academy.
think that that's unfair?
Well, first of all, if you're not American, you don't get Pell, you don't get U.S. Student loans. Those are by far the two biggest affordability programs. You don't get any of that if you're not American. Only American citizens can get those affordability programs. In-state tuition here at University of Colorado at Boulder, where I'm recording this program, I see our beautiful Flatiron Mountains in the background. It's $15,000 a year. So without student aid, that's what families have to come up with to do that. It's up to each state to decide who is a Coloradan, who's a Texan, who's an Oklahoman. Of course, it's up to the United States of America to decide who's an American, but there's a big difference there, right? Like
This guy's a governor saying that somebody can be a Coloradan and not be an American citizen. Did I hear that right? You can be a citizen of Colorado, but not be a citizen of the United States at the same time. Wow.
Be in Colorado 6 months and a day, and then you have to pay taxes in Colorado. That's an example. Other states have slightly different criteria. So we have the ability as a state to decide who is a resident of our state for taxes, for in-state tuition, for a variety of purposes, and that's an important constitutional principle.
Well, you talk about the Constitution.
Talk about you have to be a legal resident in the United States. You're talking about constitutional principles.
Governor. So Aid U.S. Code 1623, which is a code that explains very clearly that illegal aliens will not be, to Charlie's point, eligible for tuition benefit over American citizens who are paying a higher cost coming from outside of the state. And therefore, DOJ is arguing this is the violation of that code, which is very interesting because it stems from a president who was a Democrat. This is Bill Clinton, 1996, this statute, and it sort of highlights just how far the Democrat
30 years? Yeah.
Party has shifted on illegal immigration.
Well, I mean, that's a strange argument. The first state to do in-state tuition for undocumented folks was Texas, and they had it for 25 years. Theirs was struck down in court. Red states and blue states do this because, again, we have kids that grew up here, and because the federal government has not gotten immigration in order, because they failed to secure our border, because they failed to have, we have the DREAM Act that might cover some of them, or, those sorts of things. We do the best we can with people that are Texans, with our Coloradans, that are New Yorkers or Oklahomans. So in our state, of course, if you live here, and that means, in this case, you went to high school here, you were here 3 years, you are a resident of Colorado, right? And that's whether you're a green card holder, whether you're, from Texas or Mexico or wherever you're from, you're a Coloradan. States determine that. And your future's in our state.
First, you have to be a citizen of the United States to be considered a citizen of a United State. Does that make sense, buddy? Your state is part of the United States. Therefore, the people that are in your state have to be part of the United States. Not too tricky. Not too tricky.
You probably plan to live your career in our state, and we treat in-state students the same.
Yeah, exactly. Don't they?
Check with the federal government. That's the prerogative of states to decide who is a resident of our state for in-state tuition.
Okay, you take away all their money. If they're going to say that kind of stuff there, don't give them any federal tax money. If they're going to say that their citizens there are Coloradans, then the federal government should say, sorry, Colorado, until you figure out that your citizens have to be United States citizens, you're not getting another red cent out of the federal government's taxes. That's what I would try to do, It's do it little by little, let them hurt until they understand that you're part of the United States. Therefore, your citizens are part of the United States, or have to be, in order to get special privileges that only United States citizens get. Wow. Bonehead. I guess they shot off another rocket the other day. I just want to see this. SpaceX. Has it been going that bad, Dante? It's like they just repeated the same talking point over and over again. Like, it looks cool. I'm not sure if is that slow motion on that one or not. I think it is slow motion. Maybe not. Look at the firepower on that thing. Very insane, I know, Kolchak. Is it a self-driving spaceship? Hear how loud it is. Even this, it's probably back about a mile or something from that place, at least a half mile. You can still hear it. No, it's 26 seconds on this CBS talking to somebody named Sanders, Bernie Sanders.
You are confident that with your endorsement, these other candidates have been fully vetted?
You did so good with your first choice there, Bernie. I'm sure you fully vetted the other guy, Silence.
Well, look, I think, there are hundreds of candidates. I don't know who has been, quote unquote, fully vetted.
Well, you just mentioned two of them.
All I know is the candidates. All I know is Margaret.
All I know is, as long as you're a communist, I'll back you. You can be accused of the worst things ever and have a tattoo of something that you despise on your chest. But as long as you vote with the way I want you to vote, you're okay with me, unless the public doesn't like you enough.
The candidates that we are supporting are standing up for the working class of this country.
You are confident that with...
I'm sure Plattner was really supporting the women that he's alleged to have done things with. Yeah, that's a different kind of support than I've ever been aware of. This is probably a while ago here, but I thought this was interesting here.
You're a journalist? What?
Yes.
Can I see your
ID or something? What do you do? Where are you from? So journalists need IDs. Do people need IDs to vote? I'm done then. Just go.
You're asking for his ID. You got to be in an area. You're asking for his ID.
I'm over this. You're a journalist?
Yeah, you get the point. I thought he was going to go with the border question and that one, but yeah, he's going with the ID to vote thing. True. Obama, back when he was probably normal in this one here. Let's see what this video is about here.
Those who enter our country legally.
Yep, this is it.
The American people are a wealth.
Hey, Dante, TD Wave, how you doing? Nice to see you. New Jersey, up to the whole coast is full of communist mania. Oh, on the East Coast, oh, my goodness, yeah. From what, Virginia on up, and then probably part of North Carolina's coastline is probably full of communist type people or something like that. But at least that Northern Virginia area, yeah.
Welcoming and generous people. But those who enter our country legally and those who employ them disrespect the rule of law. And because we live in an age where terrorists are challenging our borders, we cannot allow people to pour into the U.S. undetected.
Undetected? Oh, we can't do that. That's interesting.
Undocumented and unchecked. Americans are right to demand better border security and better.
2006. So he wanted to get. This is when he was a senator, right before he was a senator, right? Or when he was on the Senate floor here.
Enforcement of the immigration laws. Illegal immigration is bad for illegal immigrants and bad for the workers they compete against. Replacing the flood of.
Why is it bad for illegal immigrants? Oh, maybe because they try to make their way through the Panama rainforest thing and get harassed and attacked, especially the women on the way up here. And they lose their homes and things like that. Maybe that's the reason. You should kind of let your other Democrat friends know why it's a bad thing for immigrants to leave their homes.
Illegals with a regulated stream of legal immigrants who enter the United States after background checks and who are provided labor rights would.
Oh, today he would be considered a fascist for saying this stuff, right?
Enhance our security, raise wages, and improve working conditions for all Americans.
Yeah.
I fully appreciate, though, that we can't create a new guest worker program without making it as close to impossible as we can for illegal.
Are you in the Chicago area where that building is? I was kind of curious how some of those things, I guess the thing is, they paid the main contractor of the building and everything, but it doesn't care about the subcontractors and things like that didn't get paid by the contractor. So in their mind, as long as we paid what the contracted budget is, that's all we have to do. If people aren't getting paid for doing the work and everything there, the subcontractors, that's not on them. Legally, he's probably right. Ethically, I'm guessing since he has like 3 mansions or something like that, he might want to sort of help the people out there.
Workers to find employment. We don't need new guest workers plus future undocumented immigrants. We need guest workers instead of undocumented immigrants. And before any guest worker is hired, the job must be made available to Americans at a decent wage with benefits, and the employers need to show that, in fact, there are Americans who won't take these jobs. I am not somebody who's willing to take it.
Oh, I like this. This sounds like Trump kind of talk almost at this point here, doesn't it? He wanted the employers to first try to hire Americans before hiring guest workers. Isn't that interesting? But we're told nowadays that only those jobs, Americans won't take those jobs. But even Obama admits
on faith that there are jobs that Americans won't take. I know that dealing with the undocumented population is difficult for practical.
He's assuming at the time, basically, that Americans will take those jobs. In essence, that there won't be a whole lot of guest worker jobs because Americans will take those jobs. homeless, veterans, former prison people. My three main areas of the people that will immediately want to take those hard jobs, right?
And political reasons. But we simply can't claim.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of his race dividing thing. If you remember the beer summit, for 2 or 3 months into his presidency, that was like the beginning of the race division, in my opinion. Not the Ferguson situation, but when the cop asked his friend, a professor friend of his or something like that, what are you doing at this house or something like that? And then the cop should not have done that. Like, a president's gonna tell a cop how to and what to do? Really?
To have dealt with the problem of illegal immigration if we ignore the illegal resident population or pretend that they will leave voluntarily.
Leave voluntarily. Ryan O'Shea. What was this one about? I saw this look like I'll come back to that if there's drama on that one. It's 5 minutes. I don't want to watch the whole 5 minutes. In hatred against Jews. Naomi Wolf, New York Times bestseller. What's this about? I don't know. It looked interesting when I saw it.
With a lack of leadership, of Mayor Mamdani, with the acquiescence
Oh, the Jews kind of against Mamdani. Okay.
of Governor Hochul, and so many others. The anti-Jew rhetoric coming out of this mayor. And now we see, first it was the Jews, now it's the Asian Americans. This was a mayor who took off March in Israeli Day Parade. The first thing he did as mayor was water down the definition of anti-Semitism. And then
Did you hear also the petitioners, the families of the people who lost people during 9/11 are petitioning Mamdani not to show up to the 9/11 memorial, the 25th anniversary of the 9/11 memorial? I hope that works out. That shouldn't be a city thing. That should be a family's thing, in my opinion. Or at least a federal thing that runs that, not the city so much, because they didn't attack the city on 9/11. They attacked the financial center of the country on 9/11, which happened to be New York City. But
when a New Archbishop of the Catholic Church was installed, he was too busy to attend. What could he have been doing that day that he was so busy that he couldn't attend the installation of the leader of the largest religion?
wonder who is behind the Real ID thing. I wish they would get together, the Real ID, but the E-Verify thing. I think that's another reason the Democrats didn't sign it. Or some Democrats said they would sign it if E-Verify was not on there, but I think you have to have E-Verify on there on the bill about undocumented immigrants,
In New York City, it's anti-American. The fact that he has left both Little Italy, the one in the Bronx on Arthur Avenue, the one in Lower Manhattan on Martin Bulberry Street.
There's two Little Italies?
Off of the immigrant tourist map. He not only left them off, he left Little Odessa off, the Russian and Ukrainian immigrants in Brooklyn. He left Hell's Kitchen out, where the Irish Americans contributed so much.
Never been to New York City. Like, they have so many different kind of communities out there, Hell's Kitchen and all that. Oh, another Obama thing. What was he? No spin. Photo considers get followed too.
This administration, the Bush administration, has done nothing to control the problem that we have. We've had 5 million undocumented workers come over the borders since George Bush took office. It has become an extraordinary problem. And the reason the American people are concerned is...
That's interesting. If true, that means that of the 5 million that Bush allegedly let in, he took out 3 million of those, or the number. Interesting.
Because they are seeing their own economic position slip away.
Hey, Paul, are you in YouTube there? I see you over on Facebook or somewhere. I even see you hiding over there on Twitter to let people know that I'm available to see on Twitter as well. But I never see you hanging over in the world of YouTube anymore, unless you're. Sometimes I see you on Unfiltered's channel over here, but I never see you on my YouTube for some reason. Oh, there. Okay, he does show up once in a while on my YouTube. Okay, surprise, surprise, surprise. There's Paul hanging out over there. That troublemaker. Unscripted is back from doing what she was doing earlier. I forget what she was doing earlier, but she was doing something earlier. Hopefully you guys are having fun there. Thanks for hanging out with me this afternoon. If you want to, there's a button down below if you haven't pressed it yet. Just FYI. Unfiltered is probably familiar with the button. It says subscribe. It has like a bell or something like that. I think it's over here somewhere. Am I further to the side or further this way? Somewhere over there anyway. You'll see the button that says subscribe. Make sure it says all notifications if you don't mind or whatever, because YouTube loves me so much that they forget to shout me out whenever I'm live for some reason. I don't know why they would do such a thing. Anyway, thank you. Back to the business. There was another. I like the other one. Not that one. There's another mode. Custom layout number 9. This one here I kind of like. Not that one. This one here I think I like it better.
Right. And oftentimes, employers are exploiting these undocumented workers. They're not paying the minimum wage. They're not observing worker safety laws. As president, I will make sure that we finally have the kind of border security that we need. That's step number 1. Step number 2 is to take on employers. Right now, an employer has more of a chance of getting hit by lightning than be prosecuted for hiring an undocumented worker. That has to change.
20 years later, 18 years later, the left is saying it's okay. Those people that work kind of for less money, and we need those people to work for less money, which means they're okay with employers paying them less money.
They have to be held accountable. Start shedding some light on the problem, and we can once again be a nation of laws.
You're more like Venom than or like the Batman or something like that. You're like a different kind of cartoon character. That's the Venom guy or whatever. Although I've never seen the movie, but that's more like than Batman.
And a nation of immigrants. That's what I intend to do as president of the United States.
Yep. Well, not to defend Obama too much, but he did deport 3 million people. Give him that. True, a lot of them were within 100 miles of the border that he let in, so he could say that he kicked them out. He could have done better just by enforcing the border more, but still, give a little credit where credit's due. Just a little. BG on the scene was over in Madison, Wisconsin. There was a protest there after police unaliving of Corey Ruiz. Have you already covered this Unfiltered or whatever? What did Corey Ruiz do to deserve the unaliving there? I'm thinking he attacked a police officer and the police had to defend themselves.
Corey!
I'm not sure. Something Corey, some blah, 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 Corey. And I'm guessing since he has a Hispanic name, that he was Hispanic. And if he was a white guy or an Asian guy, would they still be doing this, guys? Had a similar situation? Would they still be doing this if it was a white or Asian guy? I kind of doubt it. Sorry, we all bouncing back and forth with different kind of things or something like that, but it's my stream. I can do what I want. Chanting boring Corey, is that what they were chanting? I don't think they were saying boring Corey. Maybe they were. I'm mad at you. I'm sorry, Robbie. Okay, I'm sorry I don't have a poll. Let me see if I can find a poll for you here. Let me look at my stream for a poll. So don't be mad if I don't have a poll, okay? Some people said they're okay with that idea. And 38% of you guys said you want to be mad. You must be one of those ones that want to be mad. That's not a poll. That's just a question, I think. What's going on here? Graham Plattner voter here in Maine. What were they saying here?
Are you concerned that this has set back your ability to beat Susan Collins?
Of course, we brought a lot of new people into politics that hadn't been involved before. Got a lot of people energizing. So people have really given up on politics. Got involved.
Are you worried some of those people sit it out come November?
Hope not.
Are you
He doesn't understand that, yes, a few communists will start voting for a Democrat maybe now. But the people that are more fed up is the fact that the Democrats tried to put up a communist with a Nazi tattoo, with alleged bad things he's done to women and things like that, and hyped him up. Guess who that's going to incentivize more? Not just the Democrats, but the Republicans and far right wingers that say, you try to put a communist up there? The heck no. I'll vote Susan Collins to the day I die. Something like that, even if she's just, a rhino type.
Concerned that
people don't understand. It's the other side. When you do something crazy, the other crazy people on the other side are going to be mad that you did something so crazy that they're going to say, you went that far? Okay, I'm going to get off my butt and go vote. This is kind of a funny moment here. Rob Schneider, let's see this picture. If you full size here, if I can make it, and it's pretty much full size. That moment you realize maybe you shouldn't vote for a Democrat. I thought that was funny. 350,000 deported in almost a year. Biden let in thousands per day. And guess what? They're having anchor babies. Step it up, Mark Wayne Mullen.
So if you follow me on social media, I think it's no secret that I'm pretty concerned because we voted for mass deportations, and it's really the only way we save America.
A lot of people reacting to the recent numbers, the 356,000. That's just not deportations. They're a grouping of several numbers of which a component is deportation. So we're talking about way less than the 356,000 number for the fiscal year as it stands now, and probably in Obama territory.
350K. When you were averaging thousands a day under Biden coming in, and then you say in almost a year's time we got 350K, I'm thinking that doesn't sound mass in any sense of the word mass.
Mass deportation of the worst, which obviously isn't what we voted for, and obviously doesn't solve the issues that we're really concerned about with illegal immigration. The estimate going into the administration was only 500,000 criminal illegal aliens. So
how much? I know for a little while there around Christmas time, Trump was offering people $3,000 to self-deport. How much are they doing it now for? What is the administration offering undocumented people to self-deport? The administration is offering undocumented individuals a $2,600 exit bonus, free travel arrangements home, and temporary relief from enforcement actions through the CBP home mobile app. Okay, that's basically $3,000. You save $400 would be kind of your average plane ticket price, $3,000 to self-deport. Wow.
You're only picking from 500,000 as a priority out of, estimates.
Yeah, even though Rob makes fun of me all the time, yeah, go ahead and still follow him. It's okay. Follow Unfiltered and Raw. He trolls me all the time. I never troll him whatsoever. So yeah, go give him a follow. Give Jeannie a follow too. Help her out too. She's makes some content on her channel as well. And Unscripted's up there also. Give her some love. She covers different kinds of local news, I think, for her, and some court cases and things like that. Cool stuff. Okay. Did I cover everybody? I think I covered everybody. If any other normie type people or whatever, or I call them Kirby type people in my chat, that chat quite a bit or whatever, have a channel, let me know and I'll shout you out too.
It's well above 20 million in the country. You're going to get low numbers.
You guys already know who that was. Tommy Laren. You guys already follow her. I don't need to copy that link into the chat, do I? I'll do it anyway, just because. There you go. What else was I going to cover here? Here's the DSA people here, co-chair of the DSA. Here's what they want to do.
Abolish the Senate. So we're going to put up on the screen a few of the things that are part of your platform. And I want to ask you, just give me sort of a true or false on these. Abolish the Senate. True. Okay. Replace the presidency and Supreme Court as we now know them.
Yep.
Abolish ICE.
Absolutely.
Abolish borders and give amnesty to anyone currently in the U.S. illegally.
As a long-term plan, yep.
Defund the Pentagon.
Get rid of borders. Is she an imperialist, guys? Is she an imperialist? She wants to get rid of borders. How do you do that? How do you do that? If Americans can go anywhere they want to go, that sounds very imperialistic. If you really think about it.
Absolutely. Abolish prisons, at least in large part.
Well, she was Blaze TV. Then she went to Newsmax, or was it OAN, and was the kind of funny girl on that one there. And then she went to Fox News. Man.
Yeah, again, that as part of a long-term program, yeah.
Okay, so no prisons. Government or public ownership of most large corporations.
Yeah, imperialists take land, but if you don't have borders, the people in your country have more people than in other nearby countries, in essence, what needs sort of be taking over other countries, if there's no borders and your people have the most money and they can buy land in other countries because there's no borders for you to go down there. It's not like the poor people of Mexico can come here and buy land and things like that, right? So therefore, maybe not imperialistic, but it's allowing Americans to take over the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're going to put up on the screen.
What was the last one she said?
A few of the things that are absolutely. Abolish prisons, at least in large part.
Yeah, again, that as part of a long-term program.
That's part of a long-term solution, step by step. They don't understand human nature. They think that, we're just going to rehabilitate them. We tried rehabilitation. Didn't work too well. You'd understand, because people always have a little bit of craziness in their heads. And if you take away consequences, they're going to keep doing crazy things. That's why prisons are the consequence for people doing bad actions. You stupid people.
Program, yeah.
Okay, so no prisons. Government or public ownership of...
Black people can't vote. Jeremy Hicks. This is a good channel here too. Maybe it is. Let's follow it for the heck of it.
People of color's rights. Get out and vote.
Yeah.
We got to stop this from happening.
Stop what?
They're trying to take away women's rights and people of color's rights to vote. That is what they're trying to do. They're trying to suppress the voters of color. They're trying to suppress their rights.
So they're trying to suppress the black vote.
They're trying to suppress us too. They want us back in the kitchen, barefoot and pregnant, and
back in the kitchen, barefoot and pregnant,
kissing their asses and doing whatever their husbands tell them to do.
I don't think she's married.
Yeah.
They want the trad wife. That's the new thing.
Yeah. So how would you say they're trying to take the rights of black people away? Or women?
This getting the voter ID is one of them. Because a lot
what
of
does that do for black people
that were born in the rural areas may not have a birth certificate.
So what would keep a guy like me from voting?
I probably wouldn't with you, because I probably born in a hospital in a bigger metropolis area.
So it's not really hurting black people that are younger.
Yeah.
And you even if that was true about the rural thing, most black people typically for the past 80, 90 years grew up in a metro area near a hospital. So guess what? They would have a birth certificate. But even if they were in a rural area, doctors have been required to provide, or the state provide, a birth certificate for every person. Wow. That person would be crazy. Share my kicks. Preacher, truth teller, not left. Right. If you guys want that channel there too, looks like a good one. An X there. Kyle, here's what happened in relation to the Germany thing.
We're back with the Fox News alert. You are looking live at Berlin, Germany. The Associated Press is reporting that at least one person is dead and several others are injured after a car drove through a pride parade near the Brandenburg Gate. Authorities say a manhunt is now underway for one or more suspects and have told people to evacuate the scene. Police say some of the victims are dealing with life-threatening injuries.
Keep in mind, remember when one person died in Charlottesville? They wanted to make that political for 4 years, right? So they just kept bringing up Charlottesville, where the person unfortunately passed away and things like that. But in Germany, they don't want to make this all about politics. They just want to worry about the victims, because it was done by who? A Muslim person. Interesting, huh? But if it was done by a white nationalist or whatever in Germany, I think you'd probably be hearing about it around their election time or something like that, right? Crazy. Thank you, Joe Mama. That was my point, and you said it better than I could. Thank you. I'll come back to that video. It might be a crazy video. Let's see. I'm not sure how you feel about Netanyahu, but I guess he was on this show this morning.
Fall, or for Iran to retain. I think it will. What will it take? It will take for Iran to understand, either for this regime to fall, or for Iran to realize that the cost of wreaking economic chaos to the world.
I was kind of wondering about that in the back of my head there, D's, because what part of the government issues the ID? Is it the hospitals that issue the ID, or the private organizations in this case here, or is it the state that gives birth certificates? I'm gonna do a Google search. Who is responsible for giving birth certificates in the USA? Are issued individual state, county, or municipal vital statistics offices rather than a single national federal agency. Processing of issuing of birth certificates. Medical staff role has a part in it. Parents provide personal biographical details, and the government role is state or local departments of health and vital records process these files so they have them on record in an official seal and archive the permanent record to issue certified copies. And usually, guess how much those certified copies are to get? And since they're certified, they still would work as your ID to help you get your what Trump's doing, Save America Act. Anyway.
Murdering its thousands of its own citizens and shooting at everyone. I mean, literally at everyone. At Saudi Arabia, at Bahrain, at Qatar, at Kuwait, at the UAE, at Israel, at Jordan, every single one. I mean, this is what this regime is doing when they don't have nuclear weapons. So imagine what they would do if they had nuclear weapons. I think when this regime is either toppled or it's sufficiently weakened that it knows it has to end.
I think what they were saying is that there's probably some states or whatever where it's done by the county, I'm guessing. Maybe not. They probably all have, each state decides whether they're in charge of it or they issue it to the county where you were born. At that point, there's my guess. But the state would probably still have a record of it, even if it was held in the county, I would imagine.
Its nuclear program and has to change its course. That's really what President Trump is trying to achieve, and I back his fully his efforts to do so. If he can do so without returning to intense military fighting, that's fine. Why not? But one way or the other,
True, I've held her, yep.
Nuclear program, and with a deal or without a deal, that has to come to an end.
At least he's not talking about regime change as much as he probably wants it to be about regime change, although I would like the regime out of there, but it's hard to do that. They're just ingrained into that society. This is Tommy. When was this? Did we get this masked criminal? Oh, no, this isn't somebody. The police were there the other day arresting somebody, I guess, at ICE.
What are you doing?
Is this the Bowie arrest or something else? I hate those whistles. And they had to have like 4 cop cars there too. No, Bowie's over here. Or if that's Bowie or whatever his name is. If these are right wingers, I think they would have been pushing them around rather than letting them push them back as far as the police go.
Get these pictures up here. How many cars we got out here for one protest suit? Serve the people. Let's get there some help. The fuck you doing out here, PPB?
Ignore that stupid DJ guy.
What are you doing out here? Working for the fascist regime.
Oh, they did demask whoever it was. Good.
You have.
So I think they did. Very likely, Joe Mama.
How many years it takes to be a man?
Hey, Richard, just anyway, that's the kind of people you get outside the ICE building these days. Madison, Wisconsin again, maybe? No, Houston, we have a problem. I don't care for that one, actually. What was this one here? Body cam video captures the dramatic moment. Officers rescued a 13-year-old girl. Authorities say was kidnapped and taken more than 130 miles away from her home to a Florida motel. Deputies arrested 2 suspects after one allegedly tried to flee the scene, nearly striking a something or other.
He said, get inside that room. He said, get inside that.
I'm not sure if there's something on there that's not YouTube friendly, but we're glad they got the bad guy. Do not touch the chant leader. What the heck? So they were just saying Corey over and over again. I thought you care about his last name. Don't you care about Spanish people? You're saying his first name, which is kind of an English white name. Don't you care about his last name? It's Ruiz, Spanish name. you're saying his white name. Why are you saying his white name? Oh, these people don't even understand their own logic. What is a woman?
One that you. What is a woman? Well, one that you ask one and get your answer.
But if I don't know what one is, then how can I ask one?
Say, I'm standing around a
now,
whole.
Don't assume their genders.
I would not give a definition. I would let a woman give that definition.
You just said you're standing around them. How do you know?
I can't. How am I supposed to know what a woman is if you can't define it?
You have to do the hard work.
What is a woman?
You have to do the hard work of finding out what a. Oh my goodness, that's the worst answer I've heard in quite a while. Oh, the LRAD. Oh my goodness, these people are just wild. Let's see what this was about here. I already did that one. I only have one left here. Then we'll see if there's any late breaking news.
Did you record anything off my screen?
Don't answer questions.
You're not answering questions?
It was some First Amendment auditor thing or something like that. We'll see if it's any good.
Put your phone in your pocket. Put it away right now. I'm detaining you. You understand?
Are you going to cuff
You
me?
understand? You are detained.
Okay. I understand I'm detained.
I have a subject over here. Someone over here. Let's go. What's your name?
I don't answer questions.
You're detained. I need to identify you.
Nope.
You refuse to identify yourself?
They'll identify when they get here.
You refuse to identify yourself.
You know who I am.
What's your name? I'm asking you. I don't know you. I've never met you before.
I'm not under arrest.
You are detained. You are lawfully detained. I need to know if you got any personal information off my screen. That's what I need to know.
You're a sergeant. You don't know this shit?
Know what?
This is freedom. Freedom. I'm on a public sidewalk.
You're right.
Glick versus Cuniff. Fordyce versus Seattle. Houston versus Hill.
Yep. Terry versus Ohio.
Terry versus Ohio.
Very good. Yep. Great.
Alvarez. ACLU versus Alvarez.
That's good for you.
Remember Anita Alvarez?
Yeah, I
The
remember.
ACLU sued her because filming police is legal.
Good for you.
Was it Ryan?
You are lawfully detained. Do not leave.
I'm not leaving.
Okay, good.
Privacy. Privacy is in that
You're
house.
recording.
Privacy is
Okay.
in there. This is all me. I
Right.
paid for
Inside
all of
my-
this.
inside my squad
This is
car
all
is a private
public.
area.
You're in public property. This is a public. You are now. This is media. You are now on media. You are now going to go viral.
I'm trying to get this lady off of here.
You guys.
What did I do?
Ryan.
Oh,
Yeah. I just walked up to his car and he arrested me.
Yeah.
Now my lawyer's going to beat that shit. And I already cleared him of his qualified immunity because I advised him of clearly established law that he was violating. So if I tell you Fordyce versus Seattle, ACLU versus Ryan's kind of a dick. And then
I don't like a lot of these First Amendment auditor types. They just get a little bit too, they typically know the law or something like that, but they're trying to browbeat rather than show a little bit of respect, Let's see if there's late breaking news that I might have missed here. Yummy cookie dough. Make me hungry. What the heck? Let's do a refresh on this one here. This 37 minutes of what did some of these Grok things say about his historical figure? Do I remind you of? Please make me look bad. Don't make me look bad, okay? Based on your post, you remind me of Theodore Roosevelt, bold, fiercely patriotic, straight talking, and unapologetic about loving America and calling out nonsense. Keep that energy. Should I do the same thing here that they did? I don't post a whole lot on Twitter. Just curious what it might say about me here. I need to go on the side screen here, just the heck of it, guys. Hold on a second. Tweet. Paste. That's a weird way to do it. Okay. I'll let you know what the answer is here in a second here as we go through some of these other things. 107. What's
The
this about?
Senate. Do you consider yourself a socialist?
Yes.
Some of their policies include abolishing ICE,
and the Senate.
I agree with Abolish ICE.
I don't think that the Senate is currently working or doing the work that we hope that they would do.
Do you think we should abolish ICE and end mass deportations?
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
How do you guys feel about extending voting rights to all permanent residents, not only citizens?
No, we don't, Obama, not at all.
If you're a permanent resident, absolutely should have a say.
Oh, he did a lot of good things. I wasn't a big fan of some of the things he did, going after monopolies as strong as he did, but most of the other stuff he did was pretty good. Yeah. Like, yeah, some companies should be allowed to be pretty big, but I'm not sure exactly how big the steel company was that he went after back then, but.
If they're here illegally, isn't that a crime per se?
Not to me.
Who do you think socialism is appealing to? Like what group of people?
People that want free money.
That are here looking for handouts.
I would say like liberal Democrats.
A bunch of college students. It's a bunch of dudes in their mom's basements. They, never been on a date and just angry at life and just a lot of performative activism.
There's new data that shows it's highly educated with moderate income. So do you think there's a certain reason why these?
Oh, here's the answer to that question that Grok gave me. Oh, interesting. Based on your post, straight talking conservative streams calling out media nonsense, pushing common sense, and standing for freedom. You remind me of Thomas Paine. He wrote the No BS pamphlet, Common Sense, to cut through the spin and rally people for liberty. I appreciate that, Grok. Thank you. That's very nice of Grok to refer me to Thomas Paine. I would have preferred Thomas Jefferson, but he's got a Thomas in there. So if you guys do want to be a nice person or something like that, you guys can follow me on Twitter and share your thoughts of that post there. If you guys think I'm like Thomas Paine or just a pain in the butt.
People are being attracted to kind of socialism and DSA?
Yeah, because they're not depending on it.
Yeah, they're not depending on crazy socialists. What else we got over here? What's this thing here? Transphobic historian. Not sure what that was about. Oh, that was at the concert the other day. Guy plays Ice Ice Baby in front of anti-whatever protesters. They freak out. I think I've seen this one before.
Yo, I don't know. Collaborate and listen. Ice is back with the brand new invention. Something grabs a hold of me tightly. Flow like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights, and I'll blow. To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal. Light up a stage and whack a chump like a candle. Dance. Rush the speaker that booms. I'm killing your brain like a poisonous mushroom. Deadly. When I play a dope melody, anything less than the best is a felony. Love it? Problem? Yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ performs it.
Ice, ice, baby. Ice, ice, baby. Ice, ice, baby. Ice, ice, baby. Ice, ice, baby.
That's just a troll in that one there. That's interesting. Anything else? What's going on here? What's Zach X is not fans of Mr. Andrew Mercado here 28 minutes ago. He said, essentially sent a hit on me today without saying it. Oh, did he really? Let's see what it says here. Andrew Mercado says, we need to stop protecting not-so-sees and worrying about optics. I've seen far too many MAGA ICE supporting traitors, this is Andrew Mercado, openly assaulting people at protests, and they feel comfortable doing so. I don't know what he's talking about because the protest is afraid of being blamed for responding. We need men to be men and protect these spaces. Nazis should fear showing up at a protest. say you're a fascist here without saying you're a fascist, Mercado. Nazis, he's right-wingers is what he means by Nazis, should fear showing up at a protest to cause problems. Show up at a protest. Not that they're there to cause problems to begin with. Not that they get a comfortable, safe space to do it from. I thought everybody deserves a safe space, but I guess not. Stop protecting that. If you are a protest marshal shows up at a protest, do not forcibly keep the peace. Let the individuals that wish to handle that problem handle it. Interesting. If you're at a protest marshal, I already saw that. Anything else? These people are crazy. Hey, Rooster, how you doing? Nice to see you. Thanks, guys, for watching here and trying to keep you guys entertained if I can. But no dancing tonight. I do my dances at night, not during the day. I know you want to see the dance. Run down the gauntlet.
And he named a series of people. He didn't name them by name. He described them who had been assassinated by political terrorism, left-wing terrorism, the Red Brigades or the Baader-Meinhof Brigade. And all of the people who were targeted in that period of time were in one form or another nation builders or who believed in national sovereignty. So I find it very interesting that the State Department convened that ministerial, I guess there were 60 or 80 countries there, that Secretary Rubio was so clear about this. And then pretty much within the same breath, he comes out attacking the International Criminal Court. I think this is this administration recognizing we have thrown down the gauntlet to the empire. We know who you are. You know what we're doing. You now know we're not going to back down. And this is this administration saying, we know you. We know what your capability.
Rooster, you know me so well. I was like, the Dr. Pepper doesn't quite do the same thing to me as the Mountain Dews do to get me kind of excited with the dancing. I know the feeling there. Although, not that I'm asking for money, but I can be incentivized to dance. I'll just say it that way. I can be incentivized to dance, if you know what I mean.
Are, and if you think you're going to come for us, it's not going to turn out too well for you.
You know that person? Is she like a Canadian person? I already lost the thing on her, but Susan Kokina, what's her role or something? Doesn't sick blocked it on that one. Yeah, she knows her stuff there. She like the Canadian Rubio. What is this? Patty Adair for Congress. There's I don't know what that's about. Katy Perry nonsense. I don't care. I don't know what that's about.
Just disclosed that 6,600 non-citizens were mistakenly registered to vote there from 2023 to 2024. 400 of them actually voted in elections since then. It is a small number compared to the 7 million voters in New Jersey, and there's no evidence that that swayed any election. But this is one of the most significant disclosures of non-citizen registration. Now, Democrats have repeatedly said that non-citizen voting doesn't happen. It happened. Is this a problem?
I think that I continue to have confidence in state and local authorities in making sure that there's
the state and local authorities allowed this to happen. Why do you have confidence in them?
To be a free and fair election in November. And if modest or minor challenges emerge, such as the...
What an idiot. Those people look familiar. Nothing else much that I can see. Any other news out there that you guys can think of? Let me check and see what actually it says on the news thing there. They usually bring up that little trending area, the news thing on the side there. Let's see what it says in today's news. Tony Laren calls out GOP lawmakers for canceling bill defense spots. Protests erupt in Madison after police. Outrage over 6-month sentence and feeding our future fraud. What's that about? Pleaded guilty in February 2025 to money laundering through the Bravo restaurant, which claimed to serve thousands of fake meals and pocketed quite a bit of money. Was that in Minnesota, or was this guideline? Blah, blah. She had offered an apology. Blah blah blah. The prosecutor sought 16 months for stealing all that money, basically with the fraud. Critics online blasted as a simple slap on the wrist. I'd imagine so. Comparing it to another recent light sentence and questioning accountability in the scandal that funded luxury cars and homes for people who took advantage of people during the COVID situation. Remember? What the heck? You get a little bit of trouble, even though you took advantage of a crisis situation. These people. Anything else that was crazy here? Any protest footage I missed? Oh, look at that. Dump truck stuff going on there. I don't know what that is. We saw that one. We saw that one. Saw that one. I think we saw everything we need to see. Let me go check and see if there's anything on YouTube that I want to see. Thanks for hanging out, guys and girls. Sorry if you identify as something else. MDG's doing his thing. Anybody else to raid? No, nothing else to raid there. I guess we'll raid MDG in a second. Let me see if there's. Sometimes I do this thing where I can save footage over in the watch later section on your YouTube here. It's not labor. Oh, here's Australia, not Canada, but let's see what's going on in Australia news.
I think the caucus. I would take the view that there's this, as I said earlier, a perception that having a different view or taking a different stand or staking different ground.
That
Gill, presents
2028
as a risk to the stability of the government.
That was a great number.
So they can put me in the freezer.
Yes, Joe Mama. Yeah, he has.
Okay, so Rita, there you go. That's Ed Husick spelling it out.
Well, you know what? I think if you're going to have a national conference,
she does a nice job.
You should be debating these ideas. And what is the Prime Minister so terrified of? What wings within his own party, what factions within his own party is he terrified the Australian people are going to become aware of?
Yeah, I'll probably come on later tonight. I keep debating whether I should do like an earlier show. Everybody likes to do their 7 o'clock show. Should I sneak in at 6:30 and get a few viewers then, or should I just do a typical like 9 p.m. show Pacific time?
If they actually have a full, robust debate about these topics, that's what it's there for. So I think Husick actually has a point there. And I think the Prime Minister knows if you put this to a vote, the results might shock many people in Australia, just how radical elements within Labor are and what they are calling for.
I think that's the key point. And I think the fact that the Labor Party are terrified of exposing just how radical they are.
I got a few more subscribers today. Thank you, guys. I appreciate whoever subscribed. You can shout yourself out if you just subscribed recently. Thank you.
Weird thing, James, is that had they had this debate, they would have gone even further than they've already gone. They've already gone very strongly hardcore left-wing by international standards.
Very strongly.
The real face of Labor is even more radical.
Oh, yeah. And it's also, not just what was happening on the main stage there, but what was happening in the fringe panels, So all sorts of stuff, not just about Israel, about energy, about renewables. These guys are the true believers. They are full all in. They consider Albanese a moderate, all right? Ooh. And they think he's sort of on the right almost because he's not giving them everything they want on going full bonkers renewables, full this, full that, full, Palestine. And again, that debate...
Full Palestine.
would be actually in the long run probably a lot more healthy for the Labor Party because you could have the, as I say...
The Late Show with Mr. Bill. I should... I keep thinking about changing my titles or something like that. But yeah, I also starting to do themes for each night. So last time I had a theme or whatever was agree to disagree. So I got to think of another theme for tonight.
Aside from the airing of grievances, but not only that, it would be a way for Labor to realize that actually, because the blowback from it, in the outside world, would actually indicate to labor that they need to recalibrate, that they are the ones who, for everything Albanese talks about, and this is the great disconnect. Albanese always talks about becoming, the centrist, moderate party of.
All right. I hear a little bit about Australia, but it's getting boring on that thing there. So let's go to the next one here. But if you guys do like good news, rebel news, Australia is a good one to go for that stuff. What was I going to do? There's all right. That was at News 24, but let's see what else. The Ducey thing. I didn't hear the Ducey thing here.
The event, rescheduled months after another assassination attempt on him, struck a lighthearted tone, but Trump was able to get in a few jabs, even at our own Peter Ducey.
I'm proud to be the most open and transparent president in history. They called me that. You know who calls me that? Caroline. That's about it. Would anybody else call me that? I think Peter would call me that. Am I the most transparent? Biden never used to answer your questions. He'd ask Biden 20 questions. He'd never get an answer. Who's the most transparent president, Peter? Who? I look at him like it's the first time he's tongue-tied. I cannot believe it. Oh, he's not going to be happy tomorrow.
Here to tell us how the rest of the night went is host of the Sunday Briefing, Peter Ducey himself. So great to see you, Peter. That was such vintage, classic Trump, but we couldn't hear what you were saying. You didn't have a microphone.
And that's the problem. When you don't have a microphone, you have to be careful just shouting out in an auditorium because you will sound like a protester, and somebody will probably come and grab you by the necktie, by the clip-on bow tie, and take you out of there. What I was asking him there was if I should stand up, because there were like 5 different times that he called out to me, and the previous time he had told me to stand up, which I didn't. I didn't know what to do. But the answer, and I told TMZ this on the way out when they asked me what I was saying, or what I would have said. I would have said to his question, is he the most transparent president ever? That I am very happy that he didn't call me a stupid SOB like the last guy. But you know, he does have a point. Like 3 hours before that dinner, we were in the Oval Office with him. We asked him about Iran. We asked him about the lettuce that's giving everybody a bellyache, and we asked him about LeBron James signing with the Sixers. And that is something that we have not seen from a president ever. And Peter, at a celebration of the First Amendment, we appreciate it. Yeah.
You know, Peter, you ask a lot of really great questions, but I think definitely one of your top 5 questions was asking him about the dirty lettuce. He looked really stumped on that. He looked like maybe he's just not a big lettuce eater.
It's funny. He told me that if I had the lettuce, I needed to leave the Oval Office. Which, just for everybody watching, I have not had the lettuce, and I was fine to continue in there.
Problem that they had with Iran, you don't have that problem anymore. You don't have a great power there anymore. You have a problem, but the problem is disappearing day by day. They were the bully of the Middle East. We want them to. It's a two-way street, and we think it's very important for the future of the Middle East. The Abraham Accords have been incredibly successful for the countries, as you know, for the countries in them. And I think it's very important. So, at some point they'll join.
Where do you think this is going?
It seems like this one might be going nowhere because when MBS.
Anyway, I was here with this Peter setup on that one there. There it is. Let's see, did I cover everything yet? Get some of these things out of the way here. Covered that one there. 16 minutes, 23 minutes, 16 minutes. I don't know, like Cly is on there. I was kind of. We're gonna watch later. Should I ask about what the drama is? I'm just curious what the drama is or whatever. If there's drama out there, but I'll figure it out myself or something like that between streamers or something like that. But I don't know what's going on there. Ariel Scarella, should I keep streaming tonight, guys? You guys will want more content. Still 22 people allegedly in the chat. I don't think only like 5 people are chatting here. Let me see if there's more than 5 people chatting. Put a 1 in the chat if you're chatting. If there's more than 5 ones, then I'll keep going. Okay. Put a 1 in the chat if you're still paying attention. Otherwise, I'll raid you out there. No such thing as drama. Okay, double check. Because my dancing is drama. We know that's the crazy drama. So there's Jeannie's there, Ra's there, Paul's there. And Paul, you're probably going to try to sneak in, go over to Facebook and the other one and say that you're chatting there. That doesn't count as 5 people. That counts as still 1%. Okay, only 3 people here. Only 3 people chatting. Okay. Rooster's still here. Okay. I think that makes 4 technically. I gotta have. I said more than 5. That means 6 is more than 5. So that means I still need 2 more people to chat. Otherwise, I gotta hit this end stream button over here. That means it'll go to MDG. Do you want me to hit the end stream button? Come on. Gotta have more chatters. Gotta have more chatters. No, nobody else is chatting. Oh, you guys want to go watch MDG? I see how you are. I'll give you a little bit of time. We'll play a little bit of. Oh, Jeannie. Hey, Jeannie, you can't vote twice. That's not fair. That's what James.
How could you be so stupid? She's cleaning toilets for a living.
You don't need to insult me to defend your
She's
bad
cleaning
argument.
toilets. Becoming your own person. 101 and you dropped out of college and that's what you got there?
Good argument. These are.
He's lurking. I see how he's lurking there. I see how troublemaker lurkers there.
Encounters down at the southern border, calendar year numbers, previous administration compared to now.
All right.
Border crisis essentially evaporated. I'm asking you what changed?
Well, what changed? I think people did not want to come up here because various factors. One, a lot of the people in South America, Central America, were under a different.
Don't do it. He's a scammer. He's a MAGA. He's a Trumper.
He's a scam. He's asking people questions. What's wrong with this woman?
Wait, I'm not a scammer. We're having perfectly polite conversations.
J6 is okay. It's not.
We never even talked about that.
Yeah. If you are one of those, you are.
So the politics in Central and South America have changed, and so a lot of people are less interested in escaping their country to come to the United States. And then they're also afraid of coming here because of so much hostility toward
coming here without illegally. They're afraid of coming here illegally.
They're afraid of coming here. Period.
Well, if you came here,
these are illegal entries.
I understand.
But you don't go somewhere illegally unless your life's at stake or something.
Right. You seek asylum, neighboring country. I guess for you.
I got 5 1s in there. I need to see 6, guys. I need to see 6. Otherwise, I'll make a compromise with you. We're going to play this at high speed, okay? Just to make it go high speed here for you.
You said something changed in Latin America. What changed between 2024 and 2025?
Well, these 4 blue bars, there's something that happened before that you're not showing it for whatever reason. You don't have the 4 term. Well, you could have, but they don't have the earlier years that incited people to come here. So there were things that happened politically and economically in those other countries.
Oh, the 4 years before that, where Trump was there, the previous 4 years before the Biden years that he showed, that incentivized people to come here. The hostility of Trump, the previous 4 years to Biden. Holy cow.
That said, hey, you need to leave this country or we will, or something will be bad. You will die, you will be killed, or you're going to starve, whatever it is.
What specifically are you talking about there, I guess?
So whatever happened in 2020 and earlier incited this crowd of people, these 8 million or so people, to come here during these 4 years.
Is he serious?
Because they felt that there was a problem in their homeland. I mean, people don't stay in their...
Okay, yes, I got more than 6. Okay, more than 6 people want me to keep going with the content. Okay, I see how you are. I'll keep going with the content here. You know, some people want me to do the trivia contest or something like that, but we do trivia stuff tonight or something like that if you want me to.
So do you mind to ask what specifically are you talking about there, just for the audience?
People in Central America who want to come for a safe place to earn income, to be safe from persecution, execution, they might come here. And so during this blue period, something triggered them coming. It wasn't just that, somebody became president and all of a sudden. And they said, oh, it's open. We can go play there. It isn't like Disneyland.
You're talking about under the previous administration, something happened. What happened? What's your basis for saying that?
That they don't just come here without some catalyst for traveling to America, to the United States.
Okay. So the overwhelming majority of these, by the way, economic asylums.
Possibly.
The overwhelming majority, about over 80%. Right?
Yeah, sure.
90%. Remember, only like 4 to 6% of South American asylum cases were okayed as asylum cases. The rest of them were considered economic.
And then, so you're saying, okay, so we don't know what happened before that resulted in this. Now the question is what's happening right now bad or is it good when it comes to?
I think it's terrible what's happening. We don't have enough labor to do the work that we've got in America. We're not going to be productive if you don't have the labor force.
You're an idiot.
Japan went through this.
Keep in mind, if you're a socialist, you want to get rid of prisons. Where would you want to send people to get rid of prisons? Maybe give them the menial jobs. You think?
They don't have enough labor, so they've imported millions of people from Indonesia, from the Philippines, because they don't have people to take care of the jobs that generally the middle-class workers of.
In 2025, Japan's Immigration Services Agency launched its Zero Illegal Foreign Residents plan to accelerate the deportation of illegal residents from Japan.
That nation don't want to do. Same thing's happening in the United States.
They just vote to end that, the mass migration to Japan, because it was causing problems?
No, they stopped having babies. The population growth changed. They slowed down, and so they don't have people to take care of the elderly. Being elderly, I want people around to take care of things.
Yes, we do. But most Americans, I think, agree on that one.
Yeah.
Hey, okay, so this is right here. This consists of record-breaking profits for cartels because people are paying cartels to enter the United States.
Record-breaking profits for American
record-breaking child smuggling.
Record-breaking profits.
Consists of record-breaking debts.
Where are your taxes?
I said this is what it consists of. You want to
But
pull?
you don't have
Would you like to pull up
anything
ChatGPT and you can fact check me?
No, they lie all the time. I asked something and they said, oh, we made something up. But
what AI do you like, or do you not?
I don't use it.
Okay, fine. Do you want to use Google and search record-breaking?
I'm not disagreeing with you because if you have volume, you're going to have. If you have volume,
Make a profit without coming here.
Yes,
That-
on
that's
drugs,
not
and then
something
over the
that-
previous administration,
yeah.
humans were as valuable as drugs, enriching the cartels to their wildest dreams.
There's a
But
lot of
when it comes down to that, the reason I'm listening to that, you guys, is because is it not good to
Is that too fast for you guys? Almost too fast for me. We'll go back 1.25.
reduce that? As you get older, your bone marrow slowly stops making quality stem cells.
You have to understand how extraordinary this is.
Harvard's Cosmos trial study this on 21.
Depends on how you're planning to do that.
It's good
so
to reduce.
That's a longer
It's good
conversation.
to reduce criminal stuff, but
record-breaking child trafficking down the border, good to reduce that.
Criminal stuff. Yeah, criminal stuff. But yeah, child's things going on. Yeah, not a good thing.
The lady that works cleaning the bathrooms in that hotel right there, that's not the same thing. So somebody's not too good at restricting immigration or managing
So
immigration.
the lady doing that is an illegal immigrant? Is that what
She
you're
might
saying?
be. She might be an undocumented person.
You're saying she
But
might
you
be?
know, there are a lot of people that come here and work who are undocumented, and that's not something we have to come up with proof about. And there are
Is it
people
illegal
that
though?
work here-
So what's wrong with enforcing immigration law? I guess. Like, what should the punishment be for entering the country illegally? I guess would be my question to you guys.
No punishment, they're going to say.
Then they have to get their documentation.
You're going to punish the people who are
Well, you do that.
hiring
They don't need. That's not how you enter the United States legally. You don't enter.
Yes. Punish the people that are hiring them illegally. Yes. Although one way to punish them would be to take away the employees that they hire illegally, forcing them to hire people legally. Yeah, they should serve a different punishment also.
Legally, then do that. You know, we grant like 600,000 to 1 million green cards per year. You can come legally. There's a
And there are
pathway.
people who travel here and then extend, and they go past their
Angry Canadian? No, I have not seen him.
their allowance to be here from all kinds of countries, Canada, from Philippines, from all over the place. Those who walk over the border, who might have crossed without permission to come in here, typically they're here to get a job.
Without permission. He says, can I come over here, Border Patrol officer? They says that simple. Do I have your permission to cross this international boundary? Person that's getting paid $25 an hour to keep people on that side of the border.
I'm okay with it.
Okay, so just effectively no immigration policy and basically no borders, basically.
That's not true. I think that you have people.
Well, if you have no
that
punishment for
come
entering
here-
illegally, you don't have any
people
enforcement
who-
to entering in general.
Are you going to do something about those people that are hiring them? I mean, you can't just blame those.
Oh no. Yeah, I think most people agree that they should be in trouble as well. But
Well, no,
I don't know
I
if you
don't
agree
know
with that. Because you're saying, okay, there shouldn't be any enforcement. Then how do you?
So you.
I'm sorry,
find
you
a lady that-
effectively are
you
saying
find a
that,
lady
are you
that's
not?
working. You find a lady that's working cleaning the toilets in the hotel or McDonald's or whatever, and you say, "Hey, you're here without documentation. Here, fill out this application. You need to be a documented worker."
Okay, so that
You need
rewards
to be
the
documented.
action of entering illegally.
It rewards the action of coming to this country to get a job.
And entering illegally.
To get a job.
Well, how do you know they're going to get a job? How do you know they don't kill somebody drunk driving?
If the mom is working cleaning the toilets in a hotel, she's not murdering and child trafficking.
How do you know?
Oh my goodness, these are like Democrats of the 1850s.
You're just going to figure out? You're going to wait and see?
That's like asking this guy, is he child trafficking because he's here? You know, that's the stupidest logic I've ever heard of.
You don't know who these people are coming into the country.
They came in the country. You're qualifying that everybody who came in the country is likely to be a child trafficker.
That's not what I said.
That is the most ignorant position I've ever
When did he say that? You absolute stupid person.
heard
What's
anybody
ignorant
say.
is putting an argument in my mouth that I didn't say and then
You
combating
just said,
it.
what if the lady cleaning the toilet is child trafficking? That is so stupid. How could you be so stupid? She's cleaning toilets for.
He said, what if? You know what if means? That's not a claim. It's a question. Wow, my goodness, this guy.
You don't need to insult me to defend your bad argument. The government's primary job is to defend the American people. How do you do that when you're just letting everybody in and finding out who's a bad egg when they do something bad? That's not how you protect the American people.
Yeah.
Yes, legal immigration and strong borders.
They had an immigration program.
What do you think about that?
I think
that's the answer to that.
That sounds good.
Is vetting people who are coming into the country.
Right,
Is that a good answer to that?
What we're doing right now is we're rounding up people and getting rid of them when they haven't done anything wrong.
They were not vetted. If they wanted to be vetted, they could have been vetted beforehand. But we're not going to take time to vet them now after we already know they did something wrong. If they go back on their own, guess what? They can come back in and get vetted. And they're going to get $3,000 worth of money if they leave on their own.
Well, they broke U.S. law, and that's what they did wrong.
Okay, but they're not killing people and pushing.
You see people breaking the law, but you don't see people entering the country illegally all the time, I would imagine.
I'm not down there, but I see people.
Only legal criminals have a right to be here.
What? Well, no.
Only
because
legal criminals can be here.
You can come here and child traffic. That's what your argument is.
If you
As
vet
long as
people
you document
properly, it's reasonable. If you vet people properly, you can reduce the risk of having somebody enter the United States that shouldn't be here. Right?
Well, hey, if you're worried about child trafficking, go talk to the people who are running the country right now, the president and all those people who are connected to child trafficking. You might.
Where's your proof, buddy? Where's your proof? Where's your proof? No proof. You haven't offered one bit of proof for a single claim you've made.
I get more answers.
How is he connected to child trafficking?
Well, because the people that are his best friend, who he's writing birthday cards for, are known as child traffickers.
Epstein hated him.
No, they didn't. They were
friends in
buddies.
the 90s. They were friends in the 90s.
Now you're just making up stuff.
No, not.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
You don't do the work. You watch Rachel Maddow for your news. You're an idiot.
You are.
Trump actually worked with federal authorities actually to.
No, he didn't.
Yes.
Now you're making up.
Trump reportedly called police about Epstein in 2006. Said Ghislaine Maxwell was evil. Newly unsealed Epstein-related court documents reviewed by the Miami Herald included details from a 2019 FBI interview reportedly of former Palm Beach Police Chief Michael Ryder, in which he describes a 2006 phone call where Trump said of Jeffrey Epstein, "Thank goodness you're stopping him. Everyone has known he's been doing this, even though the president has repeatedly said he didn't know about Epstein's alleged crimes at the time they were happening."
The initial investigation.
You want to Google that one? You want to look at the AI?
Can we?
No, I don't waste my time with you.
Why not? Wait, look it up.
I don't need to look it up. I know the answer.
So you know the answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
His wife was buddies with the guy. His wife came in through him.
No, that's not true. She's actually threatened to sue.
The Jeffrey Epstein, even Snopes, Jeffrey Epstein introduced Donald and Melania Trump. The claim that the disgraced financier was responsible for the Trump's initial rendezvous came from Epstein himself.
For that, because that's a baseless point.
No, she threatened to sue. Only she backed off because then those people said, "Hey, we're going to expose that she was associated with."
What's the smoking gun? How do you have evidence that Trump was trafficking children? What was the evidence?
He was trafficking children. I said, you talk to him because those are the
that
people
were already
who were trafficking
trafficking.
children.
He was using them?
They're not.
What is
That
your
lady
basis for that?
cleaning the toilet
Can you pull
up
that
there
up for me?
Well, his name shows up a few thousand times.
Yeah,
in
no, I
this
understand. But what's the
files,
smoking gun specifically?
Well, you know what? It'd be nice to find out if they would just
So
release.
we don't
all
know
the
yet
files.
because
If they would release the files, that would help us to
Why
find
didn't Biden do that? Because if he's in there and there's a smoking gun, why didn't they do that? No, they had access to it. They were allowed to. He's the president of the United States.
Together after a pandemic and the administration before that. Who
Well,
kind
okay,
of
we'll have
ruined
Epstein working with Democrats in Congress when they were impeaching them. He had open communication with a couple Democrats. He was helping.
This Democrat exchange text with Epstein on how to hurt Trump during 2000. I remember that story. Yeah.
Well, why didn't they, release that smoking gun of
Because they're
Trump
rich people
involved?
hiding. Whether they're Democrats or Republicans doesn't matter to us. If they're trafficking children legally, I mean, doing it not legally, but doing it the rich people way.
Yep. True enough. True enough.
Get rid of them. But the lady cleaning that toilet up there in that hotel is not a child
We can
trafficker.
talk about 95% reduction in human smuggling at the border. We are celebrating that, but we don't want to clean up the mess. So it is import 10 million people, deliberately import 10 million people, and you're not allowed to deport them. Is that the standard?
Release
This
the
seems
Epstein
beneficial.
files.
No, we're back
Just
to Epstein.
release the Epstein files.
You're not going to get a
Once you-
disagreement on that from me.
Well,
I'd like to have.
good.
Yeah, we don't disagree
That's
there.
one thing we can agree on.
But I think probably if I were to guess, you've never talked about it in your life until Democrats gave the false promise that Trump was, smuggling children in the files. If I were to guess,
He's right, isn't he? He's right.
I'm just guessing. I don't know.
Yeah, you are guessing.
I know I am.
You don't know us.
Yeah.
And you're throwing out things to make us look like we're trying to talk to you out of, something
We're
that we
pro
don't know
child
about.
sex trafficking.
Did he say that? Did he say that? Quit assuming what he said.
Well, you guys certainly had a problem with Trump getting this under control. I think that's a little bit suspicious when it comes to the
We didn't have a
enforcement.
problem with it. You interpreted that you extrapolated that out of
It's a
nothing.
reasonable interpretation when it comes to the reason why it's plummeted is because of enforcement. The reason why it's plummeted is because people are not coming here because they do not believe they can get away with breaking the law and entering illegally.
You might be familiar with what was happening in Central and South America at the time when all this blue.
Tell us what was happening without the assumptions. Tell us exactly what countries were going through different things, since there was like 20 different countries in South America and Central America. What countries were having troubles here, buddy?
People came in here.
Blue people.
The people during the blue bars. It's your graph.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah, they came in here because of stuff that was going on prior to
It
2021.
wasn't all Central and South America. It was from all over the world. There was Chinese nationals. There was people flying in from all over because
let's talk about
it was
Chinese
open.
nationals.
It was
Well,
open.
hey, are you okay with if someone spends $5 million, they get to be, come in and right? Yeah, you're good with that.
If they're vetted, yes, I'm okay with the country making money with vetted people that are going to contribute to society. Yes, we are. How hard is this to understand? Holy cow.
The gold card.
But that's certainly much better than
your
mass
has.
importation from the third world. That's
If they're
absolutely,
rich
that's absolutely
with
better.
$5 million, they can come.
That are going to invest in the country also is what that $5 million is for. You understand this, right?
Right?
Yeah, sure. Why not? We need tax dollars, don't we? I mean, I don't know.
They're not paying.
The lady working there cleaning toilets is paying a bigger proportion of her income in tax dollars.
Proportion. I'm talking tax dollars, not proportion. And you're the one that assumed that she's there illegally. You started the conversation. How do you know her social security is under her name?
What?
No.
The lady working cleaning toilets, if she's undocumented, is paying Social Security. It's being withheld from her paycheck. She's paying state tax. She's buying food. She's buying stuff, and she's paying sales taxes more proportionally than that $5 million gold card guy that.
Oh, the guy that would buy a $200,000 boat that would have a 5 to 10% tax on it. Yeah, she's paying more taxes. Okay.
comes in on that plan.
So that's an interesting point. When it comes to illegal immigrants, the overwhelming majority work under the table, and they're a net negative of 150. No, it's common sense because it's illegal. It's illegal to employ them. It's illegal to employ them.
You just made that
It's illegal to employ them. So yes, that's correct. It's illegal to employ them. Like I just said that. That's you.
The lady working in the hotel cleaning toilets is not working with some sort of system. She's not working under the table.
They're a net tax negative of $150 billion per year, and that's a minimum.
You're watching too much Fox News and stuff,
according to the
man.
Federation for American
Okay, bye.
Immigration Reform. What is wrong about what I just said right there?
You're just a waste of time. You're just spinning circles like this, like those memes that you roll through with
What's wrong
idiots
about what
that
I'm
are.
saying right there?
You're based on a whole bunch of fallacies.
Okay.
So
Explain
we're
it.
done. No, we're
No,
done with
you
you.
can't
You're-
explain it because you don't know.
I know plenty.
Okay, tell me.
I know plenty. I don't need to tell you. You're not worthy
I'll
of my.
give you $100 right now if you can
Not worthy of your time. Somebody's menial to your time now. Okay.
tell me.
I'm not going to tell you anything. I don't need $100.
I'll give you $500.
I don't need $500.
Yeah, that's because you don't know. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, that's great argument. I'll give you $1 million.
That's
If you can,
real cute.
I'll give you $1 million
Like,
if you can
all
prove
this
that the lady up there cleaning
You know,
toilets is
you guys
undocumented,
got these
doesn't
real
have
techniques down, don't you?
stuff taken out of her paycheck.
Well, that doesn't.
You prove that to me now.
Well, there's a few
I'll give
people
you
that do
$5
that,
million.
but overall,
Oh,
the
see, 'cause
illegal
you're an
immigrants.
honest. Yeah, that's your argument.
It's
You're so
I have to debunk this hypothetical.
Try becoming your own
Logic
person.
101 and you dropped out of college and that's what you got there.
Good argument. Thank you guys for your time.
What a conversation.
incredible.
That was bizarre. Okay, I think we're done. Okay, you guys still aren't even paying attention. You're not. What are you guys doing? Unfiltered, doing something. Okay, you're still paying attention. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys are still paying attention. Put a 2 if I put you to sleep. Okay. Take care of that one there. Remove from watch list. Nicholas Bowling. Ariel. Yeah, we can do those ones tonight probably. Okay. Anything else to talk about here? Wolfie's hanging out. Finally, Wolfie shows up. He's been gone for a while. Where have you been hiding, Wolfie? Oh, he was up here somewhere. He snuck in on me. I see how Wolfie is. There he is. There he's popped in there out of nowhere. I see that troublemaker. Hopefully you're doing good, Wolfie. I didn't give you much music. I gave you one bit of music. I have not been giving you other music here. So let me see if I can find some music here. I don't want twisted music. That's more like nighttime music. Let's see. There's one song Angry did on his Suno channel that I don't think I played yet. Let me see if I can find it here. Angry Oregonian, you know. See if I can find that song. Ooh, acoustic. No, it's Trigger Warning. What's this one about?
Welcome to the Mr. Bill.
No, not that one. This one. Oh, that's all metal. I don't want the metal music. It gives me a headache. Let's get some regular Mr. Bill music here. Let's see what song is a good one here for the heck of it here. No Angry in the chat. I got to make a song about unfiltered and raw, something like that. It'll be a nice song. It might have a little bit of poking fun, but it'll be pretty nice. What about Mr. Bill's Curbs? How about this one? I like that one.
Parked up by the corner store, coffee in a paper cup, headlines on a cracked screen glow, world feels like it's blowing up. You take that hard-edged bad news heat, turn it into barstool jokes. Half boot in the gutter grit, half clown shoes on the folks. Hey! Down on Mr. Bill's curbs, where the street talk curls and swerves. He's roasting all this chaos till the truth starts sounding absurd. Yeah, it's one part bruise, one part grin. Honky tonk hard, rock and roll grin. That line between the hurt and the smirk. That's Mr. Bill's curve.
No. AI, some sort of song with AI.
Storms roll on the evening feed. You just shake your head and laugh. Spinning like a roadside sign, bent but still making folks look back. Saying, look at all this crazy, y'all might as well pull up a chair. You drag the mess out in the light, make it feel lighter there. Down on Mr. Bill's curbs, where the street talk curls and swerves. He's roasting all this chaos till the truth starts sounding absurd. Yeah, it's one part bruise, one part grin. Honky tonk hard, rock and roll grin. That line between the hurt and the swerve. That's Mr. Bill's curves. It's that crack between the pavement and the painted clown parade, where a punchline hooks a warning and the jokes still hold their weight. So we laugh so we don't break. We laugh till the fear shakes loose. Oh, yeah. If the world's gone half insane, he just hands it back with a drawl and a wink and the truth. Down on Mr. Bill's curbs, where the street talk curls and swerves.
You got the bubbles. You got the bubbles. You got the show. You didn't get the dance tonight. You have to come back tonight to get the dancing, okay? Hubie likes the bubbles. No free music. No free music. No free music. Even though it's just a different version of the same song. But anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Let me make sure I got that raid set up. I think I did. Pretty sure I did. Make sure you guys go watch everybody else that was on the stream today. Follow their channels. Give everybody some love out there. Oh, and one other thing I like to say lately, whatever, I like to kind of support charity situations when they need it, especially people I know or people in the chat. So do me another favor if you don't mind. Check out Jeannie. You've seen her. I think we saw her in the chat here. She's got a situation going on in Canada there where she needs to get into a new house because her old house went through some of that Edmonton weather. You probably saw some of that crazy weather that's happening in there. Even that stadium that was going crazy or something like that. They had a concert going on there. Everybody got out of there, but just destroying a lot of houses, including hers in the Edmonton, Alberta area. So please feel free to at least go over there and share it out with your charitable, generous people you know, or help her out. Actually, let me see if anybody, Cherberry, you've probably seen her around. She's a big contributor to that thing also. Let me find that link there real quick, see if it's gone up any. Not a whole lot. I wish it would, but at least hit that share button on there or the pray button and do that if you guys don't mind on that channel and help a fellow Canadian out there. Even the Hubie over here wants to help out the Canadians when he gets a chance to. I'm not sure if he likes Canadians or anything like that, but there's a guy there. Oh, Unfiltered and Raw. And let me just shout out the other people that I saw in the chat today. Right there. We saw Unfiltered and Raw. We saw, what else did we see in the chat? Angry popped in Snows in the chat a little bit earlier. Follow him if you want to. And of course, we're just about to raid MDG, but just do that since he's on the screen anyway. I think that's enough shouting out for now. And Jeannie also has a channel too. Put this one in for the heck of it here. The people that are normies in my channel, they have their own channel. So you'll see Jeannie's channel right there, along with Grandpa Muskrat and the Evangelist. All right, guys. Thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate it. Go be nice to MDG and tell him that he needs to learn what scissors do. Teach him what scissors do. Scissors are good for things. Tell him scissors come in handy for facial hair or something like that. You know, scissors or something really helps facial hair. All right, guys. God bless. You guys have a good evening, good night, or actually, no, I'll be back tonight. God bless. 30 second. Say your goodbyes.